Hello! Recently the lovely people at Arteza reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in trying some of their products in exchange for an honest review. And I've been following their brand for a while now, as a lot of my crafting friends have started using Arteza products, so I was excited to try them out for myself. They're very big on social media at the moment. If you're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you will have seen adverts for Arteza. And, you start to get curious as to whether the hype is worth it. Are these really good quality products? So, yeah, I'm very happy to be able to try and work that one out for myself now. So, they've sent me some products. They've sent me these free of charge. I'm not being paid to do this review, other than they've provided me with the products. So, I will be completely honest in my findings here. If I say I like it, I really do like it. And if there's something I'm not too happy about, I'll say that. So basically, I emailed them back and said, yes, I'd love to try some products, and there's a few things that I'm interested in, and this is what they've sent me. So this is the set of 60 tubes of gouache paint. Comes in this lovely big box. Lots of information on the box here: light fastness, transparency, pigment numbers. So all promising that this is going to be, quality paint in here. Really nice. Comes in there's lots of trays, so nicely presented, easy to use, straight from the tube. And I am going to be popping some of these into a palette, because with the gouache paint you can put it in a palette and let it dry and then re-wet it and use from there, if you want to sort of do that for a convenience use. The set of 60 comes with 48 plain colours, 12 metallic colours. The 12 metallic colours are available separately as a set, but they are the set of 12, they are all in here. So if you were interested in possibly purchasing the metallic ones, consider, as a value for money option, getting this set, because they're in there. And in the UK, Arteza store, this retails for £41.99. In the American store, it's $49.99 for your 60 colours. So along with that, they've sent me the palette of watercolours. This is 36 half pans of watercolour in a metal palette. Again, some information on the box about the colours that are in there. Nice metal palette. It's got the little finger hold, for if you're out and about and you want to be holding it while you're sort of standing. Sort of standard palette, mixing wells. Comes with this pre-printed colour chart. Don't particularly like these. They're not a very good representation usually. But, it's not a problem. I'm going to be swatching these out, and I will make my own colour chart on watercolour paper so I can see more accurately what they're like. But there are 36 colours. Looks to be a nice selection. They're nice and bright and vibrant, and that's what I like. Also comes with a water brush, decent sized water brush, sort of medium nib. And there is room for another 12 half pans in here. These are sort of a standard metal palette. Normally will hold up 48 half pans. In the UK, this is £29.99 at Arteza, and in the US store, $34.99. So to go with the paints, they sent me this set of 2 expert watercolour pads. This is 300 gram, which is 140 pound in weight, cold pressed, double-sided, acid-free, glue-bound pad. So it has a slight texture on one side, smoother on the back, but good solid weight. Comes in a pack of 2. And I have to say, very impressed with the packaging. These came, shrink wrapped in plastic, but had these corner protectors on. So, really well thought out. Nothing worse than getting a pad and the corners all crumpled. So nice that they thought to protect those in transit. And the pads retail at £23.99 for the set of 2 in the UK, $26.99 in the US. Finally, they sent me this set of 48 Inkonic pens, fine liner pens. Water-based ink, 0.4mm line. Again, beautifully presented, really nice. You know, if you were given this as a gift, it's really well presented. All the colours on the back there. Open it up and inside is 2 trays of pens. In the UK, these are £25.99, and in the US, $25.99. So actually slightly cheaper in the States with the exchange rate. Everything else has been sort of similar price. These obviously cheaper in the US. But again, nice range of colours. They look really smart. So I do like the way that these are designed. I mean, the black barrel looks smart with the silver writing on it. They're triangular, so should be comfortable to hold. They've got a little bit of a grippy pattern on there, just so they don't slip about in your hand. Lids fit on the back, which is great. You're not going to lose them. So I'm interested to try these out, see what they feel like. What do the nibs feel like? What do they feel like to use for any length of time? And my project that I'm going to be using these in today to swatch them out is this sort of Celtic knot design. Now I've decided to do this in my journal rather than on the watercolour paper. I'm not going to be adding any water to these today, so I didn't want to waste the watercolour paper. And you need a fairly smooth card to work on, I feel, especially for the sort of fine detail work that I'm going to be doing today with these. Could have used the back of one of the pieces in this watercolour pad, but I thought, no, for this purpose, I'm just going to work in my little journal. If you're interested in knowing how I've drawn this Celtic knot design, pop over to the Tireless Tangler on YouTube. I got the instructions from her channel and she explains it perfectly well. I do not need to go through all that again on here with the measuring and the drawing, but I thought it would be a perfect idea for swatching out all the different colours basically and getting a feel of what the nibs feel like, which is what I want to do today. So while I'm going through this, I'm going to pop this on fast forward and I'll be back at the end with some details of how you can save yourself some money if you want to buy some Arteza supplies, and you know, all my thoughts on what I feel they're like. You know, are they a good buy? Am I going to get some use out of them? And here's my finished Celtic Knot swatch chart. I've really enjoyed doing this. The pens are very comfortable to use. The triangular barrel is comfortable to hold in your hand. The nibs feel nice and sturdy, none of that flex that you can feel sometimes in cheaper fine liner pens. So, you know, every confidence that they're going to hold up to a lot of use. The colour lays down nicely on the page, they're not scratchy. Sometimes finer nibbed ones feel scratchy. This being a 0.4, not super fine, but I think anything under a 0.5 is good for putting details in, and it was a nice nib to use. Some of the colours are quite pastel, and at first I thought, oh, is the ink coming out? But yes, it is. They're just pastel. There's a pastel lemon shade there. That pink is quite pastel when it first comes down, and as is this sort of blue-grey here. But no, they're working absolutely fine. It's just a lighter colour. The one thing I would say to watch out for, because they are a water-based ink, I used the black one to draw my outline here, and there was a couple of places where I sort of caught the colour on it and it wanted to drag the black out. It sort of reactivated it, obviously being water-based. My advice for that would be either do your outline in pencil and ink it in when you're finished, or just use a waterproof pen to do your outline and then use these to colour in. It was just something that it didn't really occur to me when I did the outline with this, because most of my sort of black fine liner pens that I have already are waterproof, so I've never really had to consider the fact that that might bleed into something else. Not particular criticism, I'd say that was my mistake more than anything, but just something to bear in mind really. I like the colour range. There's some nice bright vibrant colours there, but there's some more subtle colours. You know, if you want to use these for colouring books, and you know there's absolutely no bleed through here, so would be perfect for a colouring book. A lot of those have floral designs. Normally with fine liner pens you're stuck with sort of like a bright lime and an emerald green, not a lot else. There's some really nice, quite natural toned greens here and browns, which I think would be well suited to that sort of colouring design. So yeah, I can't really fault them. Very happy with the presentation. You know, this tin is really, really nice. Value for money wise, I think the price is very, very good. So, would you like to buy some? Would you like to save yourself some money? In the description below, there is a code, a coupon code, which I'll just pop on the screen. That will save you 10% off any purchase at the Arteza store, should you wish to use it. I've put the links to the UK Arteza store, which serves Europe, and the US site. These are affiliate links. If you make a purchase via these, I can earn a small commission at no extra charge to yourself. Entirely up to you whether you use them or not, but I have to disclose that. The coupon is valid until July 31st. So if you're interested in purchasing these or anything else from that store, you know, it's a good saving to get an extra 10%. It really is. Lots and lots of products on there that may be of interest to you. So Arteza, well done. I'm giving you a big thumbs up. I like these pens, and I'll be interested to see how they work in my other work that I do. Maybe use them to add detail to watercolour paintings. I think they'd be quite good for that. And if you enjoyed my video, again, please leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall be back again very shortly reviewing the watercolour palette, as well as the set of gouache paints, and of course the watercolour pads that they sent as well. But for now, that's all, so bye.